Good evening and thanks for joining us on Today Tonight. Some taxi drivers make a habit of breaking basic road rules. They ignore no parking signs and seem to pull up wherever they please. And a 12-month surveillance operation proves that some cabbies really are above the law. David Eccleston has our story.
Mate, do you realise you're in the middle of an intersection in a no stopping zone?
Yeah.
I gotcha! That you got away from me, didn't you?
He should be copping the $258 fine and the 1 demerit point for being there.
Thought I didn't see that, didn't you?
Taking that sort of an approach is heavy-handed and is counterproductive.
You don't have a free pass?
No, I don't.
Oh, so why are you parked here?
No, just to pick up someone.
I gotcha!
Every taxi driver knows they're not going to get booked.
They're a law unto themselves, arrogant, annoying and seemingly untouchable when it comes to the law. When you infringe on the road, you're penalised. Cabbies, it seems, have a free rein. Fed up and frustrated with what we're seeing on a daily basis, the Pedestrian Council decided it was time to act. President Harold Scrooby.
And you say this is happening in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, any capital city?
Everywhere around Australia, all the rangers and police are playing Stevie Wonder. And it's got to stop.
Seeing is believing, so the Pedestrian Council commissioned a 12-month blitz, erecting covert cameras in hundreds of locations, capturing cabbies flaunting the law, putting pedestrians and other motorists at risk.
So commerce is more important than safety, is it?
Well, they're going to make a living, simple as that.
Got to make a living. We have what we call in Australia a meter-maid mentality. The rangers can spot an expired meter from Mars and they can't see a Pantechnicon parked in a no-stopping zone. Now, this is going on every couple of minutes.
Pulling up in a no-stopping zone or double park, it's a $201 fine. Stop near any marked foot crossing and you'll be slugged $258 and 1 demerit point. But as these cameras reveal, that doesn't apply to taxi drivers.
I defy any council in Australia to tell me this is not the truth, and this is what's going on in every street in Australia every day of the year. Look at this. This is appalling. This is risking life and limb. The cost of this comes out of yours and my pocket. Lifetime care for brain damaged or quadriplegia is up to 20 million now. 27 billion a year, and this is how our councils treat it, with utter contempt.
In just 2 days, positioned around one small city block in Sydney's CBD, the cameras were in overdrive, snapping 809 illegalities, one every 2 minutes. At least one cab driver concedes there is favoured treatment from council rangers.
You think there's an unwritten agreement?
I would say so.
Yes.
I've been driving cab for 18 years and I never had a problem with this.
Right.
Never.
And Freedom of Information documents covering a 5-year period show an alarming trend. For example, in that time, in one council, there were 5,280 infringement notices given to taxi drivers for disobeying a no-stopping sign. But ordinary motorists copped almost 179,000, 34 times as many tickets.
We're not the only persons at fault. It takes two to tango.
President of the Australian Taxi Drivers Association, Michael Jules, a 20-year veteran, says due to lack of cab ranks, drivers are forced to break the law to get a fare.
The law is crazy. If the only safe spot for a pedestrian to stand to get a cab is in an illegal spot, then change the law and provide taxi zones. Inform the passengers that they shouldn't be standing in illegal spots, but don't blame the cabbie.
And it's here in Footscray, Melbourne, where Harold Scrooby's vision for the nation has already taken place. For the past 18 months, trigger-happy cameras have busted drivers who illegally stop or double park, reaping $4 million for local council coffers. It reduced dangerous driving in the area by 80%. On paper, an overwhelming success. So why are the cameras being switched off?
And this is why. These cameras don't discriminate. Wait for a parking spot longer than 90 seconds, you're snapped. Double park, you're gone. Taxi drivers were getting several fines every day. Eventually, they banned the area. Local shop owner Grant Miles.
You may be getting in the short term a lot of money into the coffers, but in the long term you're driving people away from your own suburbs.
But those cameras cost 5 senior members of Maribyrnong Council their jobs. New Mayor Sarah Carter says the cameras will be gone in 2 weeks.
So we won't be tolerating an increase in unsafe driving in Footscray, but we're just reverting back to the human interface.
Despite Footscray's backflip, Harold Scrooby believes the cameras can put an end to what he calls special privileges for cabbies.
I'd really like an independent inquiry into this, a judge to have a look at this. It's not by accident this is happening.
And now thanks to the Pedestrian Council of Australia, which continues to do what it can to make our roads safer. That was David Eccleston reporting.